if your job hunt is now taking too long and you've gotten to a point where you're sinking into depression, so I'm currently trying to counsel someone on LinkedIn. This country makes you study a very amazing course, but this country makes you study a very amazing course and then want to do other things. So my question to him was, with the course you studied, where do you see yourself? What's the end game? Did you want to make a name as an expert in this field, or you want to just have a great job and then you get paid? Because people really need to understand the reason why you're quitting that line where you studied is probably because you didn't get a job. But what if you keep building yourself and you become an expert and you start working little by little, start by working for free or for little with the skills you know you have, and then expand your network. When it comes to continuous self-development, I have on my Anchor FM, if you have Spotify, you can use it as well, a podcast where I was talking about different ways to develop yourself personally, probably by having a mentor, which is not always easy because people are busy, and some other ways. And then I also mentioned free courses online. So what if you have access to keep building yourself with free courses online? Because it might not be practical to say keep going to school when you don't have a job because you spend money to do that. But what if you're really learning for the skills, not just for the certificate, not just to be associated with a school? What if you keep building yourself strategically and consciously because you know you want to be that person that everyone goes to that is actually an expert? And then you start by little opportunities and start building your network from there and getting people who trust you. Let's say you studied biochemistry, for example. That is one of the courses where you would actually really need to self-develop through having a mentor or an internship opportunity. Because if you want to carve a niche for yourself when you don't have a job yet, because people want you to have experience, but if you don't have that, what you would need for a course like this, because there are courses where you can just go all out on your own and be independent and be an independent provider. And there are courses like this where you need to have some sort of apprenticeship, so more learning opportunities. So courses like that, you just need people who are willing to take you into their tutelage and make you an intern. And for that, they might not want to pay you. So are you willing to do this? Secondly, developing another skill, something else that you're great at that you can. So if your job hunt is now taking too long and you've gotten to a point where you're sinking into depression, the next thing you need to do is to find online lists of skills that are in high demand. Because right now, what you need is a job or money. But immediately you need money. So go online and look for jobs and skills in high demand. You would find lists like this on different websites. You see the skills in high demand, and then you can now start learning by going on YouTube, using Coursera, edX, any other MOOC. Just because you know that these skills are in high demand, and people will definitely call you if you are good. And it's not difficult to start building a customer base like this. So maybe in the next video, I will show you how to start building a customer base with little experience. So building a customer base with little experience, now you've gone online, you've found skills that are in high demand, and you've focused on one, and you've concentrated and you've built yourself to a certain level, and you feel like you really want to start practicing now what you have learned among one of the skills in high demand, which are also easy to learn online. Now you want to work for someone. You go about, maybe you have a community, a church community, or your compound or estate where you live, and you start meeting people and offering to do it for free. That always works. Now, offering to do it for free, most of the skills in high demand really are not so capital intensive. For example, managing someone's social media account. You might offer to do it for free or offer to do it for a little amount of money. And yeah, people also need cleaners and house helps. So you might want to do that for maybe small amounts of money, you know. And people also need tailors, and people also need branding experts, you know. So that you can offer to do for a little amount of money at first. So when I started bilingual services, I started with free French fries, F cubed, which is I would like go to church and offer to teach French for free. Okay, so from there, I started again in 2019 by giving my classes for a discount of 3 months for 50,000 naira, which was very cheap. Si tu es sur ton chemin